Hi there, and welcome to my next video on my YouTube channel, Unapologetic with Lorelei. Today I'm going to do something different. Well, I'm still going to do my walk and talk, and I'll be showing you the neighborhood, the surroundings where I am at the moment, and walk and talk you through it from there. But the topic for today was an extension of what my previous video was about, and it's about wake-up calls that you have in your life that really have a deep impact on you, and because you made a decision because of the wake-up call. So today is my other video. The previous video rather. Sorry for stumbling. The previous video was about 2 wake-up calls that really made me into who I am now. A lot of it, anyhow, and a lot of decisions I made because of it. But this one today is the third major wake-up call, and it was a wake-up call that made me decide I had to divorce, and I had 3 young children still, and some serious things happened, and that gave me a wake-up call. I'm not going into the drama, detailed personal life kind of thing, but I will tell you enough about. Maybe you can resonate. Maybe you say, yes, I need a wake-up call as well, or I have been gone through it, or you've seen people from your surroundings, from family or friends. And whatever I'm going to tell you might add to their support, or help them in some form of way, or for you, or perhaps you just like the scenery what I'm showing you. So I'll be flipping the screen and we'll talk more about my major wake-up call. Right, so here I am on the other side of the screen, and I'll be showing you the beautiful place where I am at this particular moment. And these places are beautiful to walk and talk through topics that I like to talk about and to share experiences, because this is what this channel is all about. It's about life experiences, life lessons that a lot of us had, and it can never harm, I believe, to share more of them. And because we can learn from each other, we can pick up things from each other, and we can feel that we're not alone in our life lessons, life struggles, or life happiness. And but as I said, I'll be talking about the third wake-up call. In addition to my previous video, perhaps you've seen it, perhaps you would like to go and see it. But this one is about the wake-up call that really changed everything for me, and a really lasting change. And I believe some wake-up calls they are not so harsh. They are wake up calls, but they're not devastating. And but some others they can hit you like a storm, I believe. And well, this one, as I said, it did change everything for me. It was my divorce about 18 years, and it forced me to face who I really was, and what I really what was my mission in life, and what I wanted from life. I was not alone in this. I have 3 little children, so that's a thing you take into consideration in your wake up call, and in your decision, and in your move. And sometimes it's the reason because of it. It was that wake up call was what made me divorce after 18 years, after 18 years of marriage, and raising my children up until still a very young age, and of course sharing so many memories with, as well as my ex-husband now and my children. But I realized that the love I had, or we had, well, the love that I had at least was not mutual anymore in the way that would nourish me, would support me, would fulfill me. And on the contrary, it became pretty damaging actually. And then you have to face it, and then things happen, and they pile up and they pile up, and then another one that can really be one devastating moment too much. And that's what happened. And that's when you really have to face the fact that yeah, you have to do something about this. You cannot go on like this any longer. It's really pretty damaging for yourself and for the children as well. And well, especially when it concerns the children, then the decision becomes less difficult, not easy in the way of think about the consequences and stuff like that. It's pretty devastating. But yeah, if it's for their mental health, then that's what you have to do, and also your own mental health. And I learned that divorce is not just an ending, and I kept saying myself that. And It's rather more of a wake-up call, even to more learn more about yourself, more learn new skills, learn values, set new values, and hang on to that and make a new start and make a new move. That's what a wake up call can do for you, and it forces you. In this case of my divorce, it forces you to kind of stand alone and to trust yourself and well, above all, to make the choice that you're honoring your true self. You have to do that. It's a pity, and I'm also a person who like to, of not I like to sorry, I who feels sorry then for the other person. And am I not too hard? Am I not too harsh? Am I not too drastic? Because of course my ex-husband's life would also change dramatically, not just my own or the one for my children. But it's been leading up to it, and as I said, there's one too many things, too many devastating things that happened and that really shake you in your core, in your guts. That you made you say, no, this is it. This is my wake up call, and this is it. This is going to be the change that I have to make. Now, for the past 9 years, I've continued to raise my children on my own, and I've never actually been in another relationship ever since because I like my life. It became a lot more quieter, slower. Um, I think believe authentic is the right word to use probably. I live in a cabin in the forest with my children, and they're doing well. They're doing their studies, and I myself I found more peace in the simplicity and the freedom that I can do what I want, how I want it. No toxic vibe, no nothing, and it's great for your inner peace and to set yourself back on the right path for yourself. And I think that's such an important thing that sometimes we forget, and or we just let it slide rather. But I don't think we forget. We just let it slide because so many other things come in between um, that draws to your attention. And oh, this is so beautiful. This is the last piece of hay that is still in bloom. It's still beautiful purple. You can see because the one next to it is kind of given it up already. But this is so beautiful. It's like the last one, last one standing, I suppose. But it's really pretty. I hope you like it. Yeah. And now I do believe, and I've learned that sometimes the hardest wake-up call they bring the very clearest lesson, and it's just also a matter of how much clarity can you handle because clarity is a beautiful word and it can be enlightening, but you have to know for yourself how much clarity can you handle because once you have that kind of level of clarity, you're going to have to make a move and do something about it, and that takes courage again. So it's a yeah, it's quite a journey that you have to do after your wake up call, and but that's hardest to wake up call as I call it. It strips away a lot of things that are not necessary more in your life. It strips away the chaos. It eliminates the chaos rather, and it brings new expectations. And you also have to let go of other expectations if they're no longer viable or feasible anymore. And then it will leave you with exactly what you need, and that is yourself. You do need yourself. So simple as that. If you don't take care of that, if you don't acknowledge that, then you're living also then you're just living in a reaction of everything what happens around you, or you're being lived. And I think that's a very important one. You need yourself, and you have to know what you do need. And now looking back at all three of my major wake-up calls, if you've seen the other video, it was about leaving my home. I had to leave my home when I was 18 in the house of my mother, brother, and ending a long relationship after that with I would even call it the love of my life, but when love is not enough anymore and it becomes one-sided. Um, but that was a long relationship too. 12 years is still impressive, I believe. And this divorce that I had to do after 18 years with my three children, it did taught me about my courage, about how I do trust myself. It's funny because you see books, you read books and it's all full of internet and how you have to learn to trust yourself. But I guess I did trust myself, and I did trust I made the right decision. And and then of course you have to learn to make the right choices, because I remember it was very difficult after my divorce to have a place for to live for me and my children. And I was very determined. My children have to have a house. They have to have a roof over their head. So I made the decision. I'm living in Europe, and I wrote myself. I registered myself for searching for a house in three countries. It was the Netherlands, it was Belgium, and it was Germany. Call me crazy, but it didn't matter to me. If I have to start all over again, then it doesn't really matter anymore where or what, but I have to start over. And first and foremost, my children need a house, a home, and that's just very important. So sometimes I believe, you know, there are sometimes I believe, as I said, endings are a beginning in disguise. That's how I keep myself in front of my eyes. This particular saying, an ending is a beginning in disguise. And perhaps you can see it that way as well. Perhaps you needed to hear this today, or perhaps you just think like, yeah, I know somebody in my surroundings who need to hear this. I'm sorry, I'm stumbling over my words. By now, you probably heard that English is not my mother tongue, but forgive me. I'm doing my best, and I put all my love in my words. So, whatever it is, if you can resonate, I hope you enjoyed also the scenery that I have been showing you. And I hope to see you on the next video. Perhaps you like to see the previous ones, or perhaps you like to subscribe or give a thumbs up for me to at least I know that I've got some acknowledgement somewhere out there in the world, and that's just a nice thing to know. And by that I'm saying take very good care of yourself. Take very good care of yourself and your loved ones. And I surely hope to see you in my next video. Bye.